In this video, I want to talk about the victim mentality mindset, what it is, checking whether you have it or not, and how you can check that, and what you can do about it. So if you think that life is truly against you, if you have the tendency to blame others for the way your life is, if you have trouble coping with your problems, and if you feel stuck and approach things with a more negative attitude, and if you feel easily attacked if somebody actually offers you helpful advice, then the chances that you might suffer from a victim mentality. Then it's a really good idea to watch this video, because here you can learn to be kind about itself first and then do something about that. Because actually a victim mentality mindset does not help you solve the problems that you face in life. So what is a victim mentality mindset? The tagline for it is very simple. It's not my fault, or there's nothing I can really do about that. Pretty negative mindset. That is what people have in a victim mentality mindset. They generally think that life is more against them than an opportunity. So why would you have such a mindset? It's nothing we would love to have, and you don't really choose to have it either. It is something that you've gotten used to. Sadly, many people who have a victim mentality mindset experienced a trauma in their life. Trauma is something highly stressful that you experienced as an event or a series of events in your life, and that left you at that time helpless with a feeling of horror or even feeling in mortal danger. A trauma is a response you show to the stressful event. That's a memory. And what does that memory do to your emotions and your behaviors even years later? That is what we look at trauma and how that affects you. So it's understandable that people who have experienced a trauma have a more negative view of life or lean towards being a victim, because they possibly have been a victim in the past, and that mentality sticks. Another reason why you might be having a victim mentality or mindset is your environment. So if you grow up in a family where a victim mentality is on the table, parents who tend to blame each other or others for the mistakes they've made or for something that happened, and if you look at that and that gets role modeled to you over and over again, you might pick it up as your coping mechanism. And what then keeps you of having it once you know that this isn't a good thing? It allows you to not be accountable for things when they happen. It helps you to feel psychologically safe, even when you're not right. And it allows you to not take a lot of risks. You stay in a space where you don't need to make a move so you don't get scares. It also invites others to help you, because you obviously can't. So they step in and fix things for you, and that makes you feel valued. Often people turn away, though, in a long run, because when they discover that whatever is the case, you never step up for yourself, they might lose interest. The poor me card generally gets sympathy first, but then if you never look after yourself, people do tend to step away. So why is it bad to have a victim mentality? I don't think it's bad. It's actually more sad, and it's something you can address so that you shift it. So why is it not healthy for you to be in a victim mentality? Because first, if you're the victim, you're never the boss of your own life. Others or the circumstances determine how you are, and you don't feel in control. You have low confidence in your abilities to do something about it. So it's helplessness that reigns you. And it's also not allowing you to swing into action, to get to a better place. And second, it's draining to look at life as something that is out to get you. This negative view does not give you room for feelings like joy or gratitude, which are pure well-being drivers. Your world is much more black and white than colorful. And third, over time, you might turn away friends or people who generally try to help you, because whatever advice or tips they give you, if you don't take them up and if they don't see you swinging into action, they feel helpless and frustrated and tired of picking up your pieces for you. And then you might be left with people who harbor a similar negative mindset than you, and then you just simply are in complaining mode all the time. And fourth, really, being in a negative mindset most of the time takes a physical toll on your body. Your immune system takes a hit, and your cardiovascular system normally is more strained and stressed. So it's not a sufficient coping mechanism. Here we go. What can you do if you suspect, I might lean towards that? First, acknowledge it to yourself and don't blame yourself. Don't say, oh my God, yes, I have it and I'm bad. Instead of that, you need to start creating a big dose of self-kindness towards yourself. I often, when I am in situations like that, I often like to talk to myself, to that part of myself that is a victim. And I say, hey, I see you and I thank you and you helped me a lot in my life because you're trying to actually protect me. But thinking like a victim all the time does not help me. So I need to shift away. So I will take a different approach. So I am moving away from that. And as you hear me say so often, small steps is what is needed here, because you will not change a mindset over time. Mindsets are pretty stubborn. They stick with you for a while. But small steps make the difference because you slowly but surely change the mindset. You might set yourself reminders that, and every time you are quick to blame another person, you stop talking for a second and take a breather and think, and say nothing instead of complaining. That already is a huge success. The other thing is you could talk to a friend of yours and say, you know what, I fear that I've stepped more and more into a victim mentality in my life and I want to break free. Can we talk about that? And they might help you to remind you when you swing into that mode, because sometimes we don't even realize. And frankly, all of us sometimes feel like a victim, and that's okay. It's more about the dosage, right? You can also simply Google it. There's heaps of literature on it where you can look at how people have this mindset and what they do to get out of it. And the last advice I always like to give for things like that is go to a professional. If you really think that the victim mentality takes you down, that you need to get out of it and you need more help than talking to a friend, or you don't have that friend, talk to a professional. There are even online offers for that. And they have good tools, behavioral adjusting tools to get you into a different mindset. There we go. This is it about the victim mindset. And you know what? If you are one of them, if you feel this video speaks to you, it's already so brave of you to watch it all the way through. And it's even braver that you say, yes, this might be me, because many people might be ashamed and wouldn't even admit it. So you already have done the biggest step ever, and I congratulate yourself for that. Take good care and look after yourself.